I didn't think I was going to go live, but I decided to. I was reading my some comments on my Forrest Fenn Fanatics group on Facebook. A lot of people, if you're looking for Forrest Fenn Fanatics, you got to spell it with omegas, not n's. If you don't spell it with the omegas, you're not going to find my group on Facebook. It's kind of a hidden group in that way. Nobody watching yet. Nobody watching. Just me and Monkey. Where is it? Oh, there is somebody. Oh, my gun sliding. Knocked it over. Or my BB gun. Winchester. Watch it, Jack. Jack gets nervous when I grab it. I don't know why. He knows it shoots something. He's a smart dog. Aren't you, Jack? Come on up here. Come on up here, Jack. Come on, buddy. Yeah. He's my good boy, huh? Mm-hmm. You love me, Jack, huh? I went searching today. Scratched the shit out of my legs. I think I fell down 3 times. The one time my knee went right down on a rock. And so I got a nice little neck right below my knee. About 10 scratches on the right leg and the left leg. Oh, I got a few. I got one that goes right around from the front to the back. Somehow. Got scratched up. And my tennis shoes failing. These tennis shoes. Tomorrow I'll go get the springs, the seat cushion springs that he was sitting on in the back of the Buffalo Cowboys car. I know where the springs for the seat cushion are. I just left it there. I'm gonna go get those. Hey JA, hey, that video that I linked you, I made that video. You notice I'm in the middle of the video. It's one of the only video shot in the video. All the rest were still pictures. But somebody asked on my Forrest Fenn Fanatics group on Facebook. They brought up that I'll read it for you here. What they say. Allison Lewis said, Forrest Fenn said in an interview that he never changed his mind on where to hide the chest, even though he had an idea in 1988, that would be, and never hit it until 2010. In the intro to one of Fenn's books, not Thrill of the Chase, he quoted as having said that he had entertained the idea of leaving his car at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science as a final clue. I have seen other searchers say it isn't in Colorado because he never mentioned a connection to Colorado, but that sounds like a pretty strong connection of some kind. Yeah, thoughts? Question mark. Some y'all. Okay, she must be from the South. Better at least hit the like button and say in Hawaii, Iwala ka ula I pila ana o ke mia huna no iu. Yeah, I think that means that they're not listening to everything or something. I'll tell you what. He says, get back inside the box. Okay, so can it be identified with Colorado? Nothing in the box, unless someone can tell me what in the box. Somebody if you think I might be wrong, there might be something in the box from Montana, Wyoming, New Mexico. Something. Is there anything in the box from Montana, Wyoming, New Mexico? I don't think so. The beads on the bracelet are from Mesa Verde, Colorado. Probably half or at least a third of the coins, except are made at the Denver Mint. There's two Colorado. There's more than two. There's if there's 265 coins, you can figure maybe 80 of them are from Colorado. There's 80 coins in there with a Denver Mint mark on them. But he prayed for D's, so I wouldn't doubt it if every one of them coins have a Denver Mint mark on them. If we had a clear picture of his coins, maybe we could see the mint marks and see how, so we get in there and, go in there and zoom in on them and whatever, blow them up. But I think you'd need the raw images to be able to tell what mint marks are on them. But he put his thumb over Philadelphia. There's Philadelphia mint marks. Benjamin Franklin's from Philadelphia. And Benjamin Franklin said, 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Forrest borrowed that, used it when he hid the treasure, like she was mentioning. He had this place in mind in 1988. Okay, and he said on Jenny Kyle's page, success is an omnipotent guru. And the only person he ever called an omnipotent religious guru was Leo Salazar, who died in 1991. Because Leo Salazar showed him where the blaze was. And that's where Moses received the 10 Commandments. That's why Moses is an important figure. Because Moses is the blaze. Got the burning bush. Yeah. Don't be trolling, don't be giving me crap. I'll make it so you can't troll no more. And if who is it? Was it Huckleberry? No, it wasn't a Huckleberry fan. It was he was using the other name. It's okay. You didn't know I had cancer. Whatever. I didn't know I had cancer. I knew I had something, and it took 15, 20 years of telling the doctor something's wrong, and finally got sent to an oncologist, hematologist, and it's obvious you have blood cancer, polycythemia vera. And since they've been taking half a liter of blood, I go in and get checked every month, and in the last 2 months they took half a liter. At first I was getting checked every week, and they were taking half. The first month I could have filled a 2-liter bottle of 2-liter soda bottle with blood. That's how much they took. But now I'm at the point where I only go once a month, and they check my hematocrit, and if it's 47 or higher, then they take half a pint of half a liter of blood, 500 milliliters. It's half a liter, and this 5th of this month, and I think about the 5th of the month before, 2 months in a row, they took the blood. But since they've been doing it, I used to get. They used to say, "Oh, you get migraines. You just have migraines. Here's some migraine pills." But migraine pills, because I wasn't having migraines, they were from my blood cancer. That's one of the things that causes severe headache. I mean, I said these are near death headaches. They're worse than migraines, you know. But oh, it's just a migraine. You're a baby. It's like, no, you stupid. You know, these headaches are so bad they make you throw up and shit. And I'm trying to think, 4, 5 months ago was the last time that I had one of those, and I mean, it was maybe once a week or at least every other week. I was having these terrible headaches, and stuff. And I checked into I take vitamins and my medications, and I just fired my VA doctor for because she didn't want to refill my lupus medication and stuff. Wanted me to go get re-diagnosed. It's like, oh, you cured me then, you know. Yeah, I sent her a nasty letter, explained, you're fired. You're fired. I got blood cancer, lupus, and Hashimoto. Here's the blood tests I showed her from the VA. I gave her copies, you know. And I had an appointment for last Thursday, and her nurse called up and said that she doesn't want to see you now. She's finished seeing you. You have to get another doc. I said, I already told the VA. I already fired her at the VA. You know, and the VA told me to fire her because the VA knew that I was trying to get these medications that I've been taking, the thyroid medications since 1998. I mean, for 21 years, I've been taking thyroid pills, and I take more than the biggest thyroid pill there is. And I've been taking my lupus medication since 2015. And one of my complaints before they died was my legs, my muscles were all so tight and stuff. And what the hydrocodone they give me for lupus, it is it's kind of a stops muscle cramps anyhow, because it's got quinine, and quinine stops, and it's a very low dose of quinine. And I get an exam every year for to check for jaundice in my eyes, to see if my eyes are turning yellow. Are they turning yellow? No. And so this bitch is trying to take away the medication that makes me feel halfway. I still have hardly any energy. The treasure hunt gets me out and gets me to exercise. And if I wasn't doing the treasure hunt, I'd probably gone a year or two ago from because you're so fatigued. I don't know if I can make it today, And I pushed myself out the door, and I've searched 4 times in the last week. I gone out. And one day it wasn't much. I just walked down the creek a ways, and I was going to cross the creek, but I had my electronics with me in my backpack. I had my, and it's like, if I fall down, I'm going to ruin my camera, because my Nikon won't fit in the plastic bags I have. I guess I got to bring one of them. I got one of them storage bags. They should put, could put all my stuff in there and fill it with air and float it across the creek. And if I fall down, it's not going to get wet. Yeah. And I've thought about replacing my rubber raft with a plastic kayak at some point, because I have polycythemia vera. There is no cure for it. They don't do chemotherapy on it. They don't have a cure. They can only treat it by draining the blood once a month, and uh, I got as holistic as I can. You know, I for my protein because I need at least what is it? Oh, ounces. It's ounces of of you need about 12 ounces of beef or chicken, and 1/3 of that is protein. So you need a half a pound to 3/4 pound of meat a day for a 250-pound guy to get their protein. And I'm not a 5'2", 250. I'm a 6'2", 250-pound guy. That's I was changing lights at the Denver Broncos training center in was that 95. And I said, yeah, it'd be fun to play a game or something. I'm 250 and 6'2". It'd be fun and they showed me around the weight room and stuff like, well, am I getting drafted? Go out there. It'd be nice to just one play or something. Beat me up, right? 30 grams a day protein. Yeah. That's only 1 ounce. You need about 4 grams. You need about 90 to 120 grams of protein a day. But when I started doing that, make sure that I get a half a pound to 3/4 pound of meat per day. So I have sausage with my breakfast and stuff, and then so about half a pound for dinner. A half pounder. That's like an 8-ounce steak. It's doable. But when I started doing it, the swelling in my legs went away. And the doctor, my other VA doctor, before they gave me this crackpot, was, oh yeah, your cells need protein. That's what helps them shed their water and transfer nutrients in and out of the cells is due to protein. Whey powder. I looked into it like to get the same amount of protein from freaking beans or something. You got to eat like 16 cans of beans a day. I'm not. I don't want to be gassed up. Got a bunch of. Went to the laundromat, and when you go to the laundromat, I go through the. I noticed Jason's doing a bunch of coin. He's buying coins and going through them to see something. I think Jason and Sasha know something because they backed off out of the chase for some reason. They know something, and they're not talking, obviously, because they're not streaming anymore. She's doing her show, her TV show, I guess it is, or whatever, and he's buying coin rolls and stuff. He must be watching JD's Variety Channel, because that guy, he goes and buys. Except that guy goes and buys 2 boxes of $50 and stuff and goes through them, or like regular dollars, not Susan B. Anthony's, the other dollar coins and the older ones, and he'll buy a big box of these dollar coins, go through there, and there will be some that are painted in there, some are silver. I'm still alive. Search today until I see, I'm looking at the ground and flash. It's like, oh, that's lightning made that flash. Okay, I'm tired. I'm getting out of here. Probably if I just sat down and rested for half an hour, I could have done some more searching. But I headed back because it was looking stormy, and eventually didn't. Yesterday was, I think it said 20% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, and yeah, it was more like an 80% chance here. It thundered yesterday. When I got, that's why I was ready to go searching, and the black clouds are. I was like, going to Pagosa, and I went to Pagosa Springs and did my laundry, and I went by this bar that I stopped by. Okay, when I go down there, I stop at this bar and get a hamburger. The break room, and some of the people, the nicest people are the poorest people, you know, and the snobs are the regulars. If you're a new guy, go to the local bar and try and make conversation with people, and, there's a lot of assholes that don't know how to treat visitors, travelers, and newcomers. They just, and it's like, and then I had my hamburger and whatever, and I left there, and I went to then stop at Walmart, get my groceries and stuff, so I can take them home, stick them in the fridge, and going into Walmart, I see this guy and go, I know you from somewhere. He said, oh, what's the name of that place I went to? There's another bar there in Pagosa Springs. Crap, what was the name of it? But I might remember. I'll bring it up. But he mentioned that place. God, almost had it. When that thought, you see it, it's right there, and boom, gone. But yeah, he said, yeah, it was probably over. Oh yeah, it was. I was there last November, December. See, that's how often I go. That's the last time I've been to a bar. 8 months ago, whatever. I because I got blood cancer and lupus and Hashimoto, all these things, I don't do much drinking. My body doesn't like drinking unless if you they had me on testosterone, and a stupid ass doctor took it away for no reason. The only reason to take it away is if the person has prostate cancer. I don't have prostate cancer. I got blood cancer. Even my cancer doctor said, yeah, you can have your testosterone shots, but they take it away and I got like 0, and it really pisses me off because I have more energy and everything. And now I recorded some of my search today with my 360 camera, and I was huffing and puffing, and where's that camera? It was right here. It's a ball. I don't know where it went. There it is, right here in front of me. Yeah, this thing. It's got a lens on both sides, and I got a little stick I put it on, but I'm going to attach it to my hiking stick that's out in the car right still. People say there's no clues in Colorado. You don't know those in Colorado. Horseshit. I mean, he's probably going up visit his daughters in Boulder, Colorado. He had to go up there and buy the property they were living in and whatever. You don't do a closing. I don't know. Closing is usually an in-person thing. What looks like Hal? You talking about the thumbnail? I'm gonna. I plan on having a party when I find it, and when I find that I'm bringing the band from Spain that does my intro music. I'll bring them to play at the party, and and I get Whoopi to bring a band. I don't know where he's been. You're still the camera. Yeah, this and you know what's not. Sometimes I'll fly my drone. I put it on my drone and fly it, and that way you get a shot all the way around, and you need it because I'm not looking for necessarily. Don't expect to see the treasure, but I'll see the blazes. The blazes are the figures on the rocks, and people, oh no. Face it, a lot of people eliminate the right answers for dumb reasons. It's like Toby. Toby's warm waters halt at the Colorado border. Oh, so who says it goes down into New Mexico? Maybe it comes up into Colorado. Taking the canyon down, isn't you know? Take the canyon down. Well, if you're in an airplane, you get the canyon, you fly down into the canyon. Are you? He doesn't. Maybe you're going up the canyon, but he's going flying down into the canyon. Was it 2-3 days ago? I was sitting here and I hear it sounds like a fucking jet engine coming at me, and I was slow to move and I didn't have my camera ready and the memory card was in the computer. But I went out, and just as I got out my door, there was a C-130 coming just over the treetops and flew right over the top of my RV and then went over that way, banked around the mountain, and headed for the pass right up here. That was badass. If I was standing on the roof of the RV, I could have gotten a haircut. But that was badass. And I seen it and I give him a thumbs up, My kid used to jump out of them things. One of my videos online is it's the airborne paratroopers. If you go back, what was it, 2013, into my videos, way back. That's about not far from when I started this YouTube account. I have another one. I thought, maybe I can log into that one, and I gotta go change the name on the account maybe, and I need a different YouTube name so I can get in the chat on some of them other groups. Yeah, GE power plants. I built them in the Navy. T-50s. Yeah, is that what they are? That's a turboprop, right? Sounded like a turboprop. Is yeah, this is what they put in the P3 too. The world's fastest turboprop. My dad flew in P2s. He was my dad was a radio man, aviation radio man. Forrest talked about one of them. That was my, And my dad was probably in Memphis when Forrest talking about the diving board stuff. My dad was on the swim team there in Memphis. You know, he beat guys come back from the Olympics. He was faster than Johnny Weissmuller. And I'm faster than either of them. My times were about 3-4 seconds faster than my dad, or 5 seconds faster than Weissmuller. But yeah, my dad was a champion Navy swimmer. Got pictures of him getting trophies from the admiral and stuff. There's a picture of him with the swim team, and my dad's got 3 trophies in his arms. And there's one other guy in this team with with a little one of the little ones, or no, there was 3 other guys because it's a relay. The relay was the little trophy. But the big trophies, my dad got all on his own. I think they probably got second place in the relays because he had to swim with some other guys. Yeah, I was in the Navy, but not long. They didn't give me the school I was guaranteed. I said double blazes. People that my one my one solution means that nobody is going to find it. It isn't over until he passes away, and the lead searcher is named in his will to go pick, and they got to go pick it up at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and you get the 35 Plymouth with it, or the 30. Was it a 35 or a 41? I know in 41 he was only 11, so I can't remember what kind of car my dad said he had, but he drove it. He drove it with a buddy of his, and they drove from North Carolina or yeah, it was North Carolina, I guess, or South Carolina, somewhere. It was a Navy base they were on, and they were the only guys left on the base, and so they used a fire truck to go down and get their mail, and they turned the siren on, driving across the base to go get their mail. That's funny. What's it say? Chicago boot. That's where I got out. I got out of the Navy in Chicago. I was in San Diego and Mare Island and Chicago, and but I carried the American flag in boot camp at San Diego Chargers Houston Oilers game, and then I was just watching. I was watching these storage locker auction things and whatever, and this guy went, and he got in the locker, he pulls out a San Diego Chargers and Houston Oilers pennant, the signs, because he's in a locker in California, Northern California. But it's like, they probably bought those at the game I went to. Yeah, it was October 76, Oilers and Chargers. Yeah, North Chicago was kind of. I had some friends off the base and whatever. Artifacts are spread out in troves. Now the other thing is that when he says my trove for all to seek, he didn't say my treasure for all to seek. And people think they're looking for the treasure chest. You're looking for the blaze. If you found the blaze, look down. You're done. You're done. But, and a little extra, if you're brave and in the wood, I give you time. So So I found the blaze, but that was after I was in the wood and found the Buffalo Cowboys car. Because the Buffalo Cowboys car, I mean, if you're down and somebody with a Sharpie, a lawnmower, cut the word wood out of the forest. WOOD. The word wood, not the physical material wood, you know? Although the word wood is in the woods, and he prayed for D's. The Buffalo Cowboys car was in the D of the word wood. You had to be brave to lasso that buffalo and ride in that car with Skippy and his buddy. And it was worth the 4-mile walk home, all cold and wet, with no shoes. It was worth it. I didn't realize till later how much fun that was. And so it was worth the cold walk home doing that, because it was a great memory. His memories are blazed on the canyon walls. Yeah, wood is also art, according to Eric Sloan. His book, A Reference for Wood. There's a page and it's just wood grains. And I think they're in... Where's the book? Under my desk. No. What is that book? Emerald Tablets. So, yeah, I don't know where it is. Yeah, inside there's a whole bunch of different little picture frames with wood grains in them, and picture frames are made of wood. The good ones are made of wood, you know. Oh, the really good ones are, I guess, solid gold, but typically the nice frames are the wood frames, and they're not plastic frames. And art, wood is art. The wood grains are art. So, according to Eric Sloan, wood is art. That hand tool that had to be, it was an art to make that handle fit that guy's hand, because the blacksmith, he only made the blade, and then you had to make your own handle or whatever, you know, and it was an art to make your handle fit your hand and whatever for that wood tool, you know. So a lot of people can't, they're not able to look at the associations between of words, you know. How can that be associated with it? And people go through and they read things and they here's all these definitions. And usually his definitions are going to be the one that you'd least likely consider. You got to think like a guy that was born in 1930. And I don't have a lot of trouble doing that because my dad was born in 1932. He went in the military about the same time Forrest did. As my dad graduated from high school a year early or something, so you know, it put him in somebody born in 31 or so. So he was pretty close. Tea's not helping. I don't have. So, one thing that helps my cough but makes me cough. So, what else is new? I took wood as knock on wood and hit my head. And I noticed YouTube, either most of the searchers have realized that I've already conquered the chase, or and left, or YouTube is preventing me from reaching the. I used to get 20, 30 people watching, and yeah, they're really cutting back. And you know, if you didn't vote for Hillary, then YouTube will really screw with you and keep you from being somebody that has a lot of subscribers. I got a couple thousand subscribers, I think. What do I got? I know some people like Gallagher Entertainment. They don't show how many subscribers they got. Where is it? My channel. Looking at the computer right behind the phone. Good evening, Luke. What is your blood? Yeah, there's nothing from Wyoming, Montana, or New Mexico in the box. But there's probably at least 80 coins in there with the Denver Mint mark. And the beads in the box were found in Colorado. They were found in Colorado. They may have come from Chaco Canyon originally, but Weatherall found them at Mesa Verde, it says in Forrest Fenn's book. And Mesa Verde is in Colorado. He didn't mention the area in Colorado, but that's because something that, you know, Leo Salazar, who I say is the one that showed Forrest where the blaze was. He died in 1991, a couple of years after Forrest had decided this is where I'm gonna hide it. You know. How you doing, Whoopi? Yeah, I've been in office for a couple of weeks. Howdy, everyone. There he is. Everybody behaving. Yeah, and I got my double blazes, burning the candle at both ends. And I've seen several other people have got their double blazes shirts I've seen on videos. Thanks. Those gave me a couple dollars off. I still had to pay $27. But, you know, it's got to print. It would have been more without. I had like $12 off or something from people buying shirts. So I just get a discount on mine. I don't make any money off it. I have my art on Redbubble, a bunch of my art. Redbubble, my username is Wabi Eagle. I'll write that down so that because people don't, oh, what the hell? I never heard that word before. It means white eagle. What can I write on? Find something here. What's this? Oh, denture. Oh, the thing from the dentist that says, I like the models for my teeth, and yeah, go ahead and make them. I had to sign a paper. So that's my. Is it showing it to you backwards? Do I have to write it backwards? I hope it shows it to you straight. I think when they finish the video, then it comes out straight. So you know, you gotta either write it write it backwards, or here we'll do it this way. So there you go. So yeah, that's my username on Redbubble, and it's my email at Gmail. So there, I wrote it backwards and forwards for this stupid camera. Oh, what I got here? This is Forrest Fenn on a rock. That's a little blaze. It's an arrowhead shape too, right? But it's too fat and thick on the edges. But it could probably be chipped into one. Oh, yeah, I kind of covered what I was going to talk about, I think. I don't know. I talk about other stuff. I've got some catching up. Okay. Howdy. Howdy. This is, you know, the kind of hat this is, right? It's the Panama Jack. It's the cartel hat. I got this 2016, 17, 20, early 22, 2.5 years ago when I was down at Quartzsite, Arizona. And I'm deciding if I want to go down to Florida or do I want to go to Arizona. And Arizona is, you gotta, you know, that I have to move every 2 weeks because you get 14 days, and you gotta go. If I go down to Florida, my brother says I could park at his place, but I don't know. He's in a trailer park. I don't know if they're gonna like a RV parked up next to his trailer for 4 or 5 months, you know. And I don't know if I can handle him that long. When I've been there before, I stayed a month, and that was enough. We've got El Chapo now. He is good enough. Rebel. They say El Chapo was he's in the jail cell right next door to where Epstein was killed. He didn't commit suicide. He was either killed, he was whisked off into witness protection program, possibly, so that Clinton wouldn't have him killed in the federal jail. You know, or what? You know, but Bill Clinton was like, oh, so what? So what if he's dead? I wanted it that way. Of course, that Arizona 6 months at a time. No, you on the BLM and stuff. It's you have 14 days. Epstein is Washington jail in New York. Chapo's in Supermax in Florence. Florence, where? Florence, Colorado. Is there's a Supermax in Denver? Yeah. Oh yeah, it is, huh? Oh, that's Cannon City, and yeah, they got a lot of prisons around there. A lot of prison guards. I didn't know he was there. One of the clues I talk about is the dove on the moon. And he talks about Quanah Parker. Quanah Parker, you've heard of Lonesome Dove. Quanah Parker is tied to Lonesome Dove. You know? Because he was the Indian chief and all his tribe, and the Lonesome Dove story, and it was his tribe, the Comanches, and what that was him involved in that, in the Lonesome Dove stuff. Him and his family. His mother was Cynthia Ann Parker. That's why Cynthia Ann Meacham. Forrest said, Cynthia Ann. Oh, it's a clue in that name. Let's make her, and there are things that, uses 6 degrees of separation and stuff. And there's a relationship there with her name. It ties to Lonesome Dove and the dove on the moon and Quanah Parker and all that stuff. His mother was Cynthia Ann Parker. Quanah Parker's mother was. And she was captured by the Comanches as a child. And the Lonesome Dove guys, was it Goodnight and what was the other guy's name? It's somewhere. Where's his name? Out here somewhere. They went and thought they were rescuing her from the tribe when she had become part of the tribe and was the mother of the chief. So that upset Quanah Parker. I think she went on a hunger strike and died from, basically committed suicide over being taken away from her Indian friends. I thought there was a mosquito there. I was going to grab my electric swatter. But put his foot down and step on it to get the next one. The clues are... Jay, you follow? You follow the clue, the poem and the clues lead you to the wood and Tired and Weak. And from Tired and Weak in the wood, that's where I'm camped right now, at Tired and Weak. Tired and Weak is a clue. It's not just that he was tired and weak. It's a clue. It's a place. Okay? Because what does tired and weak mean? There's a word that means tired and weak. There's a word that if you look up that word, it means tired and weak. I bet it does. I'm pretty sure it would. Let's see. Yeah. I usually like using the Webster definition. And the best definitions come out of my 1827 dictionary I have, written by John Walker, one of my ancestors. No, that's not. I want the Webster one. Where's Webster? Webster, there. To cause someone to become very tired, often used as be blah blah blah. The other word, okay. I don't tell everybody everything. I make them think so they can find those things. If you think correctly, you'll figure it out. Boy, that had very little definition. It's an idiom. I want that word precisely with quotes Not the other derivatives of it. And enter. And Webster's doesn't even recognize the word. I got, see, my lungs is a part of my autoimmune. I had, the lupus and everything too. And there you go, Mr. Moore, or Miss Moore, or Mr. Moore got it. So yeah, that's what tired and weak means. Old. Put his foot down, step on it to get to the next one. The clues are continuing. Yeah, I followed all the clues. The where warm water's halt, the home of Brown, the no paddle creek, the heavy loads, the water high, and below the water high is the wood and Duckard. even clued on it. No, he had a Tuckered. It's Duckard. Ducker. His what's his granddaughter's dog is named Tucker. He was talking about, and so there's other. He hints at. He mentions this stuff. He puts it right out in front of your face, but you don't see it. Oh, it's just the dog. Is it irrelevant? No. So yeah, that's where I'm camped. I'm up here at I got today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I gotta head down to my other camping spot on BLM land, and it's more, no tree. Well, there's some trees. If you get when I go back down in my little areas that I go exploring the ruins and stuff and get pictures of these. The rocks have faces painted on them. It's clear. It's very clear. Their faces and bodies and elephants and there's an elephant laying on his back with his feet up like that, and his trunk comes up in the air and curls down. And his two legs are like pillars sticking up there. And there's somebody hugging. These people love the mammoths. All these depictions of them killing the mammoths and stuff, that's going to have to change. That didn't happen. It might have happened in some places or in another time, but these people were mammoth lovers. They loved their elephants, and their elephants, I think, loved them. You couldn't imagine 14,000 years ago, there were no Ford F-350s. If you wanted to haul some lumber and things like that, you needed a mammoth. and it makes a damn good, it's better than a horse because you put the whole family on top of them. Yeah, I'd like to see him. Too bad they got no Colombian mammoths to bring back. That'd be nice. I'd like to see a Colombian mammoth. Maybe they'll use CRISPR or something to make a Colombian mammoth or something. Because I think I think these are Colombian mammoths. The one rock I found had perfect anatomy. I put the mammoth. There was a picture of a Colombian mammoth from the side, and this rock I was exactly the same as the picture. the ear and the trunk and the wrinkles on the trunk and the eye and everything. It was a Columbian mammoth figure in the rock, and you see it from the road. Uh, what's her name? The I knew it. the artist woman that they say that's her. Oh, they lived in New Mexico, the abstract artist lady. But she drove around. She did all her painting in her Ford Model A. It's a car just like Skippy's car, right? This one I found might be her car. It might be, could be from her Model A that she said she put her easel, or her back seat was her easel where she had her paintings, and she turned the driver's those old Model A's, Model B's. Apparently, the driver's seat you could turn it around to face the back, and so you could have a little picnic in the back of the car. But she didn't get out of her car. She painted. She pulled up and she painted it right inside the back of her car. O'Keeffe, yeah, Georgia O'Keeffe. She did her paintings from her car. Her blazes were visible from the car. A lot of Forrest Fenn's blazes are visible from the car. That might not be the Buffalo Cowboy car I found. It might be Georgia O'Keeffe's car. But I think she did a lot of desert, more desert stuff, New Mexico. And he says it's not in the desert. Most of the Rio Grande down there in New Mexico is pretty much a desert. But it isn't up here. It's pretty much a desert down there in New Mexico. A lot of the areas I see people searching in New Mexico, no, you need a forest. There's got to be a forest. And cactus and I don't know, juniper forest, not really. No, pine forest. He made a mistake saying pinyon when he meant pine. He should have said pine. And a lot of people are, I can't rule out pinyon. I can't rule out pinyon. I think there might be some pinyon trees. There are some in part of the area, but not necessarily. They kind of they're thinned out pretty much in the area. I think the treasure is, but I wish I had somebody to go hiking, to go with me when I do. I'd probably search a little longer in the day and stuff. It gets kind of spooky out there in the woods, and you're out there and you hear a crunch, and it's like, Jack's right here. The crunch was over there, and you don't know what made that crunch. They're all over the hills in San Luis. Yeah. They're in town. South Fork has pinyon trees all over, but once you go up in the hills and stuff, they kind of thin out. There's very few of them, I'd say. And the one other thing Forrest said, it's not in a tunnel, a cave, or a mine where there'll be snakes. It's not where there will be snakes. Okay, you don't find the highest altitude rattlesnake I found was 8,300 feet, and at 9,000 feet, there's no rattlesnakes. I've seen rat snakes up there. One time I went to see my kid and grandkids, and I stopped at the gas station. That's over on Front Range side, and this big old snake come out. Woo, 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 woo. It was a rat snake, you know, and I followed. I think I put a video of that on Facebook. I don't know. But yeah, there was a big rat snake there at the gas station. Partner could be a good thing, certainly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, I've been looking for a partner a long time, and I don't know what the hell you know, it's like somebody's behind me with a knife in my back or something, you know. Uh, if there was anybody, somebody's chasing them off or something. I don't know what the problem, you know. 'Cause I'm not. I've never been. I never ever harmed a woman. Where you at? Sorry, just joined. I'm where you at? Where's the treasure so I can go take it from you? Yeah. Want to meet at Warm Waters Halt and see if we agree. That'd be Pagosa Springs. Pagosa Springs, the world's deepest hot springs. If you drop your sinker in the water, where does it halt? Yeah, yeah. See, you don't know where the world's deepest hot spring is. The world's deep, not just north of Santa Fe, the world's deepest hot spring. Yes, it is. Pagosa Springs is the world's deepest hot spring. The water halts over 1,000 feet down. They don't know. They ran out of line. Oh, well, we don't expect it to go more than a couple hundred feet. It went down over 1,000 feet, deeper than no other hot spring that deep. It was at 1,002 feet is what they measured. They must have stuck the pole down in the water or something too, or something. Okay, take it easy, Whoopi. I plan on passing. I'll be up in that neighborhood probably sometime in the next 2 weeks. I got one of my shirts I ordered of my artwork with the Clovis man on it. Is awesome. Because you know he's a guy with long black hair on both sides, and he's wearing a crown. Some of the things I've seen depict white people, and some depict black people, and some are red people. There's brown, black. They were all here. You know, this is. If they had a great flood, Noah had an ark. How the hell he'd know he didn't land on a different continent? You know? But I'm about done too. I'm tired. And I gotta go pee, and you don't want to go with me there. And I got some video from today. Maybe I'll edit together some of my video from today. You even got video falling down. I think I fell down with the 360 camera, but the 360 camera and the other camera would be two separate videos if I do the 360. But my bladder is going to break, so I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.